or so of the new house, you basically have to take the average square footage of all the structures, all the homes within a 100-foot radius of the property, and you can only exceed that average by 100 or so square feet. So basically, you've got to build within the average of the neighborhood. That's something that makes sense. This is not quite that extreme, the baseline mansionization ordinance, but it still has its effect. So about 45% of the square footage of the lot, that's as big as you can go for your total square footage. Now, here's the key. This leads us into the second thing that's been happening. Basements. Basements in Southern California. Basements are an option because the baseline mansionization ordinance doesn't apply, it only applies, I should say, to what you can see above ground. That's their concern, is for what's visible above ground to be in context with what's visible above ground all around it. So that whole 45% and whatever other restrictions apply, those restrictions apply to what is visible on the street above ground. Below ground, no restrictions. And so below ground in Los Angeles, you can build out to the edge of your setbacks. You got a 20-foot setback from the front yard, boom, you build out to it. 5-yard setbacks on the side, boom, you can build out to them, and so on and so forth. Wherever your setbacks are, that means sometimes a basement, in theory, can be larger than even the footprint of the house. It can extend beyond the boundaries of the house itself in some situations. Now, basements are expensive to build, but they add square footage to a house that you simply can't get any other way. And nowadays, now that we are here in the 21st century, some of the old concerns about basements have all gone away. In fact, I think all of the old concerns, with the exception of cost, have all gone away. If you're listening in another part of the country, you got to understand that the difficulty with building a basement in California is earthquakes. Earthquakes and seismic concerns make basements a bit more, to say the least, of a structural challenge than simply building a standard, block wall or poured concrete wall basement in another part of the country that doesn't have to worry about earthquakes. As a result, you don't have the kind of engineering going into those basement walls that we have to do here. But the point is this: we've figured out how to do it, and how to do it well, and how to do it safely. So, if you can work it into your budget, you can build below ground here in LA, and it's happening more and more. So I want to talk to you a little bit more about what's going on with basements, and get into, we'll take a little deep dive when we come back. I'm so glad you joined me this morning. So much more to come. You're home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Brian Berman has the news.
Well, 4 cadets from the Air Force Academy have refused the COVID vaccine and may not graduate or become commissioned officers, according to the Air Force. The G7 group of countries is warning that the food and energy crisis from the war in Ukraine is threatening poorer countries, and India has banned the export of wheat to ensure enough supply for its own citizens in the food crisis. We're going to take a look at that trouble on the 710 again. Next.
Is there a new kitchen in your future? Well, you should then definitely take the kitchen store up on this gracious offer for a totally free in-showroom consult with one of their expert kitchen designers. Why would you ever turn down the opportunity to sit with an expert designer for your home for free? You need that insight. You also need the inspiration that comes from sitting in Southern California's largest cabinet design showroom. Every bauble, every new piece of hardware, every new concept, they're on display for you so that you can soak it in and build the kitchen that you deserve to have. The kitchen store is right off the 405 in Culver City. For more than 50 years, it's the best place for kitchen cabinets in all of SoCal. They have state-of-the-art computer design. They have same-as-cash financing with no payments and no interest for a full year. And their pricing will beat the big boxes. So, start the new kitchen right. Set up a free consult by dialing 310 Kitchen. That's 310 Kitchen. And check out the kitchen store on the web at 310kitchen.com.
We're going back to a series of problems going on in the 710.
And Long Beach on the southbound side of the 710. We had one crash there early this morning with an overturned car that caught fire. While they were cleaning that one up, we had a second crash that turned into a fatality. Unfortunately, now 710 southbound Long Beach Boulevard to Del Amo. All lanes are shut down, and you gain back to 91. Take the 110 south instead. Northbound side of the 710 in Long Beach, just before the 405, we have a crash in the right lane. Some minor delays as we approach the scene there. And still cleaning up this problem in Passaic on the northbound side of the 5 before the 126. It's crashed in an oil spill. Two right lanes should block. They have to repair the guardrail as well, so that'll take a little while. You are seeing delays back to Magic Mountain Parkway. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Kentucky.
This report is sponsored by Sizzler. If someone asks, where should we celebrate graduation? Tell them Sizzler. Because you want Sizzler Steakhouse potato skins or shrimp share basket for $5.99 with purchase of an entree or salad bar. This report is sponsored by Sizzler.
Paid for by GovMint.com. Have you heard? The United States Mint has issued the Morgan Silver Dollar for the first time in 100 years. Not only that, but they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 175,000 legal tender silver dollars were issued. These Morgan Silver Dollars are brand new, bright and shiny legal tender coins minted by the iconic Philadelphia Mint. Just call 1-800-973-3091 and you are guaranteed a new 99.9% pure silver Morgan dollar. The first time in history this has happened. But with limited quantities, you must call now to order. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3091. If you order now, you'll receive a free collector bonus, a $25 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3091 now to secure your new Morgan Silver Dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-973-3091. The Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, guarantees equal access for the disabled as a constitutional right. The problem is this: even though it's been the law of the land since 1990, most brick and mortar businesses and commercial properties and multi-unit dwellings are still not in full compliance. Your property or place of business without a CASP certification is a lawsuit waiting to happen. And if you think, it's not a big deal, know this: California leads the country in ADA lawsuits, many of which are predatory ADA lawsuits. That's people driving around looking for a reason to sue you for ADA non-compliance. So what do? You call RCOR. RCOR will identify your ADA deficiencies and show you the path to the certification that you need to minimize your exposure. Get out in front of liability with ADA certification from RCOR. Call RCOR toll-free at 866-613-2519. 866-613-2519 or go to ADAgurus.com.
When Natalie was diagnosed with cancer, she took control of her health. When Natalie wanted to help other people with cancer, she became a doctor. When Natalie wanted to make quality care affordable, she became a researcher. When Natalie's patients needed innovative treatments, she found them. Conquer Cancer supports researchers like Dr. Natalie McKenzie so we can conquer every cancer for every patient, everywhere. Cancer research saves lives. Learn more at conquer.org. That's conquer.org.
As a marketer, you want to reach everyone. Adults, teens, millennials. But it's not like these groups all hang out in the same place, right? Actually wrong. They're all right here, listening to radio commercials just like this one. Radio ads connect with 93% of Americans every week. That's more than Google, more than Facebook, more than TV. In fact, radio reaches 20% more millennials than TV. Want more of the people you want to talk to all in one place? Visit iHeartAdvertising.com and get AM/FM working for you. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you close and comfy. Plus, it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. It's even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept, and to help you get almost 30 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is wait. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed Queen now in $19.99, plus free premium home delivery in Janet Base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your
car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With your donation, you'll receive a tax deduction and vacation vouchers, so donate today.
Next time someone says, where should we eat? Tell them you want Sizzler, because their share baskets are just $5.99. And if they don't know what share baskets are, tell them tasty bites of happiness the whole table can enjoy. Like potato skins topped with cheddar, bacon, and steak for $5.99. Basket of shrimp, $5.99. Golden calamari, still just $5.99. Yes, when someone asks, where are we celebrating graduation day? Tell them you want Sizzler. Share basket $5.99 with purchase of entree or salad bar.
Hey, it's Amy King. If you already downloaded the free iHeartRadio app and are streaming KFI on your smartphone, that's amazing. And you're already enjoying your favorite KFI shows, music, podcasts, and more. If you haven't, now's the perfect time to do it. All your favorite stations along with hundreds of thousands of podcasts are just waiting for you to tap play. Plus, this week, we're saluting graduates with custom playlists from the year you graduated. Whether you're the class of 2022 or 72, we've collected the biggest hits from that year. It's all waiting for you on the free iHeartRadio app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
God only knows how long I'll be at this job. I know it's been 30 years at KFI, but you never know. One day they can just say, you know, Neil, it's either you lose weight or we have to widen the doors. We might have to part ways.
The Fork Report with Neil Saavedra.
Or they could say, you know what? You're just too handsome. That's probably where it'll go.
This afternoon at 2
On KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, at your service. I'm so glad you joined me this morning. It is always a privilege to sit down with you, talk about your home, talk about stuff related to your home. We're going to go back to the phones in a few minutes, so if you're still hanging on the line, hang tight if you can. We'll get to you, and if you haven't called in yet, the number to reach me, 833-2-ASK-DEAN, 833 the number 2, Ask Dean. All right, I want to talk to you about basements, but first, it's time for another House Call with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Today's House Call brought to you by WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. Very, very simple instruction for you. Summer is on its way, and with summer comes 800 million mattress sales. Every single imaginable holiday, whether it's 4th of July mattress sale, or Memorial Day mattress sale, or hey, it's Thursday mattress sale. You know this. There's going to be a million mattress sales. So what do you do to shop properly for a mattress? Well, you got to know a few things. Number one, there is no one perfect mattress for everybody, clearly. There are a lot of doodads and features out there these days, everything from mattresses that change their softness density to mattresses that sit you upright like a hospital bed, all sorts of new materials, all sorts of new techniques, and of course everyone is the best. But there's no perfect mattress for everyone, so at the end of the day, what you need to do is go lay down on a mattress. Here is the key, though. Bring a friend and a pillow. Because, and this is a fact, it's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes for your body heat to warm up a mattress so that you really get a sense of how it reacts to you laying in it. A quick lay down for 10, 15 seconds ain't going to do the job. Every mattress feels good, just about, in the first 10 and 15 seconds. And yet, you get it home and you're like, it takes 10 to 15 minutes. You bring your friend to run interference for you with that commissioned mattress salesperson. You're like, just stay away from my friend. They're going to buy your mattress if it's the right one. And you bring your own pillow and you get comfy. Is it embarrassing? Yes. Is it the right way to buy a mattress? Absolutely. By the way, a full selection of mattresses available at WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. Okay. I love doing those. All right, let's talk about basements in Southern California. Why, traditionally, have there been so few basements? in Southern California? Well, don't just jump to the earthquake thing, although clearly, I already said, that's a big deal. But it's actually a larger story than that. In the post-war home building boom, post-World War II, and that's when the vast majority of homes in this region and the whole Southwest, right, the whole Sun Belt, went through a massive post-World War II home building boom. The war was over. The economy was firing on all pistons. There were VA loans available for veterans coming home. And we wanted to settle in and just say, welcome home, and, here's a house for you. Let's get going. In that post-war home building boom, it was quicker and cheaper to build a house without a basement. Still is, to this very day, quicker and cheaper to build a house without a basement. Concerns about earthquake safety were really a real thing then. They are no longer a thing now. We can build, you think about it, that just doesn't hold up anymore. We have underground parking garages here in Southern California, underneath skyscraper. I mean, we know how to build subterranean structures that are stronger than the houses that are sitting on them, quite honestly. And the kind of place that you would run to in an earthquake, realistically. So just know that the earthquake concern, no longer an issue. That still means, of course, that we are engineering basements in a completely different way than basements are built, back east. But still, not a concern anymore. But a third reason was there's so much land to build on at the time out here in the sunny Southern California coastal region, the whole valley. You've heard all the stories. I remember when Orange County was nothing but orange groves. I remember when the San Fernando Valley was just farm after farm as far as you could see. There was so much land to build on, cheap land to build on, that it didn't make sense to build down when you could just keep building, spreading the square footage of the house out. And, of course, the increased cost. So we roll all of that together for several decades, and it just became a tradition to not build basements in California houses. Well, that tradition is starting to change, starting to turn the corner. So, this is what you need to know about basements. It's not a slam dunk. In Southern California, it will require a full-on soil report, then a request to the city for planning approval for that basement. There will be multiple planning permissions. You're not absolutely in the clear as far as restrictions go, because certain neighborhoods and certain areas have grading restrictions, meaning a restriction or a limitation on the amount of soil that can be dug out from underneath a property. You may find yourself in one of those situations. That's why you need to get pre-approval for this and not just rush in headlong. Also, daylighting concerns and egress requirements. Now, daylighting means no such thing as a dark, basement in Southern California now without natural light coming into it. So there will at least be light wells and high windows in a basement, so daylight is an issue. And those windows will also serve the purpose of emergency egress, meaning the ability to get out of the basement without having to go up the stairs. What if that's blocked off? Just like a bedroom. In case the hallway access is blocked off, there has to be legal egress out of the windows, another way to get out of that room in case of fire or emergency or what have you. Those are the things. But all of that rolled together, basement, still a reality and a growing reality, and maybe the future of a lot of homes in Southern California. All right, when we come back, let's go back to the phone. Take a few more calls, shall we? Your home. With Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, Brian Berman.
Well, dozens of business owners have complained about torn up streets, dirt, and road closures for years of construction of a streetcar in Santa Ana.
It's actually worse than COVID. It's worse for small businesses right now because people can't even access us. We have been severely impacted, not only financially, but of course we have safety concerns.
The 4-mile AC streetcar is expected to run along 4th Street, but still 2 years from completion. Supervisors this week approved $1.2 million in funding for 80 grants of up to $20,000. Santa Ana approved another $1.5 million in March to help small businesses impacted by the construction. News brought to you by Ruhr Hero. A boy in Maine who was dragged nearly 600 feet down a road by a school bus is recovering. His mom says he has scrapes and bruises, but says the boy is lucky his backpack, which got caught in the bus door, didn't rip.
I feel that he's just a keeper. He's taking better care of me. I feel kindness when I ask him, and I'm just super.
The school district transportation director says bus drivers have to go through a minimum of 40 hours of training. She says drivers are required to wait for kids to finish crossing the street before closing the doors and then driving away. Many Americans will be hitting the road this summer for vacation, and some will be bringing their pets with. The president of the American Veterinary Medical Association, Dr. Jose Arce, says it's important to keep your pet safe while traveling.
Make sure this is not the first time your pet is traveling in a car. You gotta get them accustomed to it. So my recommendation would be start driving around the neighborhood. Make sure you get the proper kennel.
He also says purchasing dog seat belts or car safety harnesses is a good idea. And if you're taking your cat, it's best to leave it in a large pet carrier or kennel. Now taking a look at KFI traffic, we've got a crash on the 91.
Bellflower on the eastbound side of the 91 at Lakewood Boulevard. It's a crash there with an overturned car in the carpool lane just occurred in the last couple of minutes. All going again by the drive side of it, Downey Avenue. The big problem in the morning was in Long Beach on the 710 southbound. Between Long Beach Boulevard and Del Amo, we had one crash that was clearing up. Another one happened in the back of that is now a fatality. So all lanes are shut down. You're jammed back to the 91. And Highland Park, a new problem on the southbound side of the 110. Just you see it's crashing with two right lanes, causing some sudden delays. KFI in the sky helps get there faster. I'm Kentucky. You hear me say there are only two kinds of solar companies out there, Sunlight and everyone else. I'm really not kidding around. Neither is Tesla, the solar giant who for the first time just recently has opened their entire residential ecosystem to only a handful of trusted companies. And guess who Tesla trusts for Southern California? Sunlight. Yeah. Sunlux and Tesla, it's a great partnership. That means that Sunlux has Tesla panels, they have Tesla low-profile mounting systems, the best in the industry, and they have the world's single most sought-after solar component, the Tesla Powerwall battery. Any solar company, just to be clear, can order those for you. But Sunlux, because of their relationship with Tesla, can actually get them for you. It all amounts to the most advanced solar in the industry, and it's all waiting for you at Sunlux. There really are only two kinds of solar companies in Southern California, Sunlight and everyone else. Get the whole Tesla solar ecosystem, including Powerwall batteries, at sunlux.com, sunlux.com. PSLB 1008374.
Southern weather from KFI, sunny and hot today and some winds in the afternoon. Low 80s at the beaches, upper 80s to low 90s in metro LA and OC, low 90s to 100 in the inland valleys, and some strong gusty winds in the inland empire, highs in the low to upper 90s. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Brian Bruno.
Restrictions are offered on an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if the prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for safety drugs and prescription information. Prescription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same for 90% cheaper? And you can get it online. Just go to freehims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, with free shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free online visit. forhims.com/joy.
All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the good folks over at Aldic Home on Sepulveda in Van Nuys. In business for more than 60 years, Aldic is Southern California's premier Christmas and holiday shopping destination. Aldic is the unrivaled masters of life-like silk flowers and decorative trees and all of those one-of-a-kind accessories and finishing touches for your home. But did you also know, with summer coming, that Aldic also carries the finest